It says in Ecclesiastes 3:12, verse 14, I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that each of them may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is a gift of God. When is your time you've been happy and really enjoyed or embraced the life God gave you?
Many times I've embraced or enjoyed the life God has given me. This isn't supposed to be funny, but there's multiple times. Most of them have to do with my family and my children.
Okay, number 2. It also says in the verse right before the passage I just read, verse 11, no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. If you don't mind me asking, what was the hard time you went through in your life when you maybe couldn't understand what God was doing?
Well, that's a good question. I think there's oftentimes when we struggle to realize what God's doing in our life. Sometimes we don't necessarily see it, but when you look back over time, in hindsight, you understand that it was part of the plan God had. A lot of times I look at it, I think of it from my career, there are times where I thought I was the most qualified person for a job, and I didn't get the job. But I ended up getting different jobs that put me in a position I'm in today, which is far better than I would have thought it would have been.
Number 3, who is someone that guided you through or helped you in your faith when you're going through a difficult season in your life?
Well, I mean, your mom's always been a good source of encouragement for me throughout the years. And I think, in all honesty, it's just been learning to rely on God solely. Not somebody else as much as just trusting God to continue to provide and take care of me.
Number 4, we learn in the book of Job that it's hard to understand what God is doing sometimes. Job even patiently cried out to God from all his suffering. Has it ever been hard for you to understand what God is doing? God tells us in Romans 8, verse 28, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who has been called according to His purpose. Have you seen good come from struggles in your life?
Absolutely. It's in the struggles that you learn to count on God the most, I think. And it's in those times that you grow the most as well. But I certainly have seen God work in the struggles in life, because it's in those times that I realize that without Him I can't do it.
Number 5, in Ecclesiastes, Solomon talks about how he tested things to find out what's good in his life, and then found out about meaningless. He realized God wanted us to enjoy the blessings He gives us, but that the things in life and the things that happen in life are meaningless. If God isn't a part of all, like work, house, gold, pleasure, entertainment, wisdom, and vineyard yards, then is there anything you look back and have discovered the meaningless in life?
I think a lot of material possessions are meaningless. Time is precious, and time goes by far too fast. And I think sometimes if I could go back to one thing that would be different, I don't think I would have worked as much or as hard as I have in order to do some of the things we've done, because I can never get that time back. I wouldn't say it was meaningless work, because it provided very well for our family, but sometimes material possessions and things of material stuff are meaningless compared to the opportunity you have to spend time with the people you love.